last week.
We are looking at hectares of land and 10,000 goats, or actually more.
I have done all sorts of agribusiness. I've done watermelon, I've done tomato, I've done matoke, I've done coffee, I've done sheep, cattle, chicken, all those kneel before goats business. The sector you are in agribusiness is okay for you. But I want to challenge you. We do the mathematics. You can never see where I pass if I'm doing goat farming and you're doing any other type of farming. By now, we would be getting billions of money every day if we had the goats. Had we started maybe 50 years ago, had we started maybe 100 years ago. Actually, when you look at the Uganda that we have, we were supposed all to be goat farmers, all of us. And the days to come, I want to promise you, my dear viewer, I want to promise you, and dear farmer, in a few days to come, some things are not going to be affordable unless you have goats.
Feed, one of the most essential, if not the most essential aspect on a farm. And Obed here has something set up. Well, he has made sure that storage is key. He has made sure that he can make his own feed, which is eco-friendly and pocket-friendly. At the end of the day, well, he's kind enough to take us through what he does and why he does what he does. Well, stick around. We'll take a look.
This is alfalfa. Of course, it has been withered for about a day. And now it's going to be crushed and put into the concentration. This is the richest pasture that we have here today. Apart from the natural shrubs, but in the pastures that we plant, this is the richest in protein. And goats love it so much. So this is our simple storage. And what you see, this is the waste. the waste, what people usually throw after removing the maize from the corn. So these are the cocks that remain. So we bring them, we crush them and get this. Now this is the crushed pasture, this one. This is the maize bran. So we crush these cocks and get that. And these are the molasses. This is molasses. When you're teaching goats, new goats to eat from zero grazing, you need an appetizer. And these are appetizer. This is what usually people throw away. After removing the maize, this is burnt or wasted, but it is here. It can be crushed anytime. I mix it with that coke. I put that. This is rich in fiber. It has a lot of fiber, and I put the protein. It also has this one has carbohydrates. Then I add the protein, and my goats are good to go because they love 4 things. What is not here is vitamins, because vitamins are supposed to be fresh. The coriander we cut fresh, crush and mix. So there are 4 things. You need vitamins, you need proteins, you need carbohydrates, and you need fiber. 4 things. Concentrate, done, finished. So whichever you bring. So this one is what we have now deployed to harvest the maize. Now it eats this through, then it puts it this side, then it puts here maize, the corns and the corns here. Then it gives me these leaves out here like this when I'm harvesting. So the driver stands here and they push, same as that. This one is also for crushing. Then I have what we call pellets. So this is the pellet maker. Pellets are very good for kids. Kids love pellets so much. So this is the crushed alfalfa. You see how it looks like? Very beautiful. Goats will eat this, everything. So when you crush, it becomes so good. No, give me just a little. So these are pellets. See? So we make them from here. Now, kids and pregnant mothers eat this a lot. They will eat it because it is crunchy. They be as if they are eating crisps. So you see, goats cannot eat everything here. You look, these stalks and these stems, they will not eat, they will only eat these leaves. If it is free range, or if they eat it raw. But when I crush, now imagine this has turned into this. Now when I'm making pellets, I get this, put here, then I get the bran, put here, then I get the coke, I put here, I get the fiber, I put here, my soya for more protein, I put here. Then I ignite the engine and I get my pellets. Very good, like here. I make my SAM's delivery for my goats. The pregnant mothers, the kids, they love this. So simple storage, no mathematics. All we want is a raised piece. This is a hay barn, standard hay barn. What people confuse is they confuse expense with standard. Number one, the hay barn must have a raised piece where things are kept. Full stop. Number two, it must be aerated. That is why you're seeing a lot of spaces. Number three, it must have shelter. Number four, water must not run through it. Simple, finished. So I want to show you that everything we do is intention and we do it on purpose. We don't just run into things. Now, I showed you alfalfa, this one. This is how it looks when it is raw. It is green. So when you give it to goats like this, they have to diurete. So you have to make it a bit, you have to let it wither a bit for like a day or two. Then you carry it and crush it, mix with other things. So this is a the alfalfa field with which we cut. This thing is about 15 years old. You cut, it grows. You cut, it grows. You cut, it grows several times a year. And that is alfalfa. That one is about 2 years old. And also you cut, it grows. Now this one is rich in protein and the other one is rich in vitamins. We also have lab. Now when we cut that, we cut this, we cut caliandra, we cut alfalfa, then we get lab or mukuna seeds. This is mukuna here. Here. So also we cut it and it grows back. You see? So by the time you come back, this whole area is going to be filled with only these leaves. This is like a week ago. Now you can't see it, but when you come like in 2 weeks time, you'll find this whole place covered. Now, these leaves are good in also fiber and protein, but more so the seeds. They can feed chicken, goats, and cattle, even rabbits. So this is very good. Then we add the maize, the maize that we have seen down there. Now, when you have this kind of food security at your farm, you're guaranteed 100% of prosperity, because food and water is what keeps the goats moving. If they are full, it's good. We have dams, but we are also constructing more dams. We are doing a 15-acre dam. Yes, 15-acre dam. And we want to use that because we tried to look for underground water. This being a cattle corridor, it is not very easy. The water is not reliable. But we have rainy seasons and we are going to harvest all that water into that. We are going to do a man-made lake. It is going to be doing two things. Agro-tourism purposes, people can cruise on the water, but also we are going to use it to sprinkle and spread on every water on every corner of this farm. Yes. Then we have the pasture security. So I'm good to go. Come what may. The season, I don't care.
The simplicity of the structures on this farm immediately caught our attention. Basic yet remarkably effective, Obed walks us through the science behind the design, assuring us that this setup isn't just practical but also ideal for the goat's health and rest. There's a lot to take in here.
Someone says a raised goat pen is the best. Why? Let them give you reasons. Now, for me, I'm telling you this is the best. Also ask me why. 1. Goats were not made like naturally they are supposed to sleep on ground. There are enzymes that penetrate through the skin that improve the growth rate. You go to South Africa, they put sand there, not those raised pieces. These many raised pieces are Vanawa. I think they started from those frozen countries. The raised goat pen was supposed to prevent pneumonia, Sindio. But who says pneumonia lies in being up? Pneumonia lies in cleanliness. The goat raised pens were supposed to help us in wetlands. Because goats cannot sleep in water. But you are on a hill area, you have everything you need, and you put up embuzi esula kutaka tesobola kufana na mbuzi esula mubanga. It is not possible. The goats that lie on ground are always healthier, they get a lot of warmth. It is very hard to go in a goat pen that is raised with goats there and you find goats snoring. Goats snore. And when goats snore, it means you're going to become rich, wealthy. So when goats snore, you're going to become rich. So they only snore when they are on ground. Up there they don't, because they are not comfortable. Then also they are going to break the legs. High maintenance, very expensive for nothing. They don't become as warm as the ground. Also cleaning sometimes, because someone has to bend down there under the raised piece. Wagulu wechitandeyo. Okugenda wagulu wansi wechitandeyo cleaningeyo omusana tegwocha, it will never be as dry as this place. So we only put that shelter for a reason. They want somewhere to hide when it is raining. They don't want fancy homes. They don't know that this is a 5-star hotel suite room. No, they don't understand that. It is only good for your eyes, but goats don't understand. So the moment you build a very expensive house for goats, it's like you assume you're the one going to sleep there. These are goats. Nyabo, wanolabye wochi. What is wrong here? We are comfortably seated. We have been here for hours. No smell, no nothing. This cannot happen in a raised goat pen. That urine, when it goes down there, it never dries up. So it starts stinking, and that causes pneumonia.
They say, where there's a will, there is a way, and Obed's journey proves it. Yes, there have been challenges, but some of them opened unexpected doors. Well, let's hear from him.
Today, there are some challenges that we face. The leading, of course, is the limited supply. This is the leading challenge. We have a lot of markets. We are losing our future. By now, we would be getting billions of money every day if we had the goats. Had we started maybe 50 years ago, had we started maybe 100 years ago. Actually, when you look at the Uganda that we have, we were supposed all to be goat farmers, all of us. And the days to come, I want to promise you, my dear viewer, I want to promise you, and dear farmer, Jebuja, ebintu ebimu bigenda kubanga tebisoboka okujjako ng'olina embuzi. Kankakudire mu luzungu. In a few days to come, some things are not going to be affordable unless you have goats. Now, if we have many goats, we are going to hit bigger markets. What if YPA was the only, or Uganda was the only supplier of the Congolese? How many millions of people are there? They don't have goats. The biggest has like 10. Atena zota manyi jeziri because alikuduka duka. Okay? Also, UAE, they only eat mutton. Those of you that have been there, ata ticket inaku zino za raisi, kakade kamu you go to UAE. You try to go there. UAE, people eat mutton over sheep meat simply because they cannot get goat meat. That's it. Era okulaba obulabi ku nyama y'embuzi wali. Ya Rabbi subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, supply, limited supply is our biggest challenge. Then number 2 is bureaucracy. Failure in the system. For example, now I have an order of 100 goats in Nigeria, Lagos. They want live goats. They want to import our YPA breed, super breed. But we have been at the ministry trying to get the export license for the last 4 months. Now I don't know if the person waiting for those goats is still interested, or by the time we get the license he's changed his mind. So we have that kind of I don't know. I think people don't love their country, because if YPA goats go there, that is Uganda flag raised, and I really don't know. I have not gotten to think or really understand why these people make it so hard. I thought they are going to run. YPA is taking. I thought every resource now is going to be directed to that. 2 days you get a license, take the goats, bring in the foreign change. But what? 4 months. And we are still counting. So there is that gap. Then also exporting our meat. We don't directly take the meat there, which is also a demeanor. It is not something we are proud of, because when you sell to a middleman, it means there is some money he has taken off you. So we sell to people from those countries, and I really don't get it. When people from that side come here, they get those licenses very fast. They can take our meat very fast. But when you try to, because I know where they are taking the meat. Actually, I went there, go to the market, the real consumers, the hotels, the restaurants, the supermarkets. I got there, talked to them, and they told me who is their supplier. So I looked for the supplier, and the supplier comes here, picks my meat, takes them to the market I already have. You get my point? So that is how hard things are, but we still make profit. We are not complaining. We are complaining, but we are not static. We are not standing until they solve the problem. We are trying to go through the problem and get where we want to get. However, it is a challenge. Then the other problem is the fake drugs on the market. Yeah, there's a lot of fake drugs, especially for my poor farmers who have no experience. It is really hard for them. Then also the other challenge is the poor professionals. Woo! Remember when I was a few moments ago, I told you that I don't advise to waste your time in the education system. Someone finishes, they have a degree in veterinary medicine, and they cannot operate a goat. They have a degree. Me, Mufuna Mpola, who has a degree in journalism, I can operate a goat on a phone call. I'm talking to you, Mufuna Mpola, Kakati, get this blade, remove this, now shave this, cut slowly. The blade should be at 45 degrees. Cut anti-clockwise. Now, get the scissor, hold it up. On the phone, and the goat survives. But him, a professional, cannot operate a goat that has failed to produce. Kati ate yoro achi inexperience. Why do we have medicine human doctors who operate women? Actually, I think you are aware. You are aware that if a mother dies in the theater while they are trying to do the C-section, bamujemo mwana nafa, it is a crime. So why is it not a crime here in goats? You come here and eat and just kill my goats, Brampango. I kick those people. Now, we have those. They are trained, but you have to train them again.
We are truly grateful that you choose to spend your time with us. Don't forget to keep scanning the QR code on your screen and talk to us. We're off for a short break, but when we return, we discuss future plans, key achievements, and expert advice from Bukola Chemical Industries on the best treatments for foot rot, among other insights. You won't want to miss it.
Welcome back. Glad that you're still with us here on NTV. Do not forget that you can scan that QR code and join the conversation. Now, we spoke to Obed about future prospects, and quite frankly, he had a lot in store. He has plans to open an abattoir that, will cater to your goat meat needs. But then on top of that, we have got the plans for a factory that will cater to value addition for everything and anything. And on this farm, no waste goes to waste. So even the waste will be used as manure. We'll use the skin hides to make God knows what. We'll take care of the cow hooves, and those make a number of items like buttons and so much more.
Down there, you will see 99 blocks. We are going to do a manure factory. It is like the next plan now, because we are already setting up. We are already putting up material. So we are not in the approval stages. We are in the execution stages. But we currently also sell it. Yes. Emotoka y'obusobo egula emitwalo wakati wa 35. Yeah. It is very expensive. So my boys enjoy. We want to do our own abattoir. We are right now using Pearl in Meat Industries and Masanafu and meat packers, but we also pay fees there. But we want to do our own abattoir so that we eat the goat from the hair by making fabric, by making ngoye textile. We eat the horns and the hooves. We make the buttons, the ornaments. Then we go to the skin and make those nice leather bags. By the way, in the whole world, Uganda, only Uganda has the best goat skin. And this is from our local goat called Mubende. It is the thinnest and it is the hardest. So it produces the best leather in the whole world. And for you are here saying we are going to do boas only, savannah. No, I bred three goats to get my YPA breed. Kalahari of Botswana, Boa of South Africa, and the mighty Mubende goat of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, of course. So those three give me what you see here. It grows very fast. It can weigh up to 80 kgs. These are one-timers. You'll go down there and see two-timers, the three-timers. You'll see what my do looks like. Hey, very big, very huge. A goat of 80 kilograms, live. Nganamu eriao. 80 kilograms. It is heavier than me, myself. Hey, so that is what we are looking at. Now, we want to pack the meat, then make calcium from the bones, then get that manure still from the intestine. So we want to eat everything in the goat. And of course, we want to do a number of restaurants. Yes, we want to do the goat KFC. And this time I think it will be goat, gomba fried goat, GFG. So we want to do gomba fried goat. We want to see it in Ghana, we want to see it in Nigeria, we want to see it in Egypt, South Africa, everywhere. Right now we have one at YPA restaurant, but if you go there, you see the dream. And we are soon opening in Masaka, then later Mbarara. This year we want to have 4. Next year we'll have like 10. The other year we'll go to East Africa. The other year, we're already establishing, by the way, in Tanzania. The government of Tanzania has offered us 50,000 acres of land, free of charge. 49 years trial. Let's see how you... 50,000 acres of land, free of charge. Uganda has plenty of land, they can't give us even 1 square mile. All the land we have here, we have bought. And we're going to employ tens of thousands of Tanzania.
But most interesting is water management, which is very important on a farm. If you look right behind me, there is a little bit of construction going on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a dam in the making. A man-made lake will be around the corner. Then you'll have a dam. The farm happens to be in a dry zone corridor, and that affects any farm. Anybody in their right mind would have to cater to water management. We are looking at a dam that might sit on approximately 15 acres of land. If that doesn't impress you, sweetness, I don't know what is.
I'll make sure all this place is filled up with water.
Yeah.
Because you see, this is more of a wetland. Kakati amazi gabadde gabera wano, it beats the air, it sleeps. And you find your land is waterlogged, yet you put it to proper use. Proper use,
yeah.
Now, I'm going to have water, but also I'm going to have tourism.
Yeah.
You get? So I'm going to create a man-made. If was it Mwanga who did Kabaka Kayanja Kakawaka? So if Mwanga managed to do Kayanja Kakawaka that we're seeing today,
yeah,
and many 100 years later, and I can't do Kayanja Ka Obed, then I have an issue. So we are going to create a Kayanja Ka YPA here,
yeah,
and we are going to have an island here.
Of course.
So I don't want Sheila to come and she cannot enjoy life.
I should relax.
You should relax, have a good time, enjoy, be careful.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a radius of 50, maybe this side, a radius of 50 here. I want to leave that tree there.
Yes.
But I'm going to do a radius of 50 feet. So you get a boat, you cruise, you come to the island, you fish you get your fish.
They make it for you.
You make it for you, live and clear. You eat it. Maybe you take pics. Maybe you have come with your sweetheart. Maybe you camp there and sleep there in the middle of the water, or you choose to cruise around and go back.
Yeah.
So it is going to be giving me permanent water source, and it is also going to be giving me life.
Of course.
Yes, life. I don't have, and it is so absurd that people today rate the best farmers by how they put on. If I'm like this, now I'm a farmer. If I put on a suit, I'm not a farmer anymore. Who says that? So I'm going to have a boat cruise here at the farm, and it's fully sponsored by the goats. You get my point?
And
so this is going to be 15 acres.
Yeah.
15 acres of water. Isn't that a lake?
It is a lake.
It has its island within.
Yeah.
And I can come and I be like, no, today I'm going to sleep on water. Balala bagala gawandikako, nze njagala gasulako katulabe.
Bakole byawe nange nkole ebyange.
Exactly. So we will have to find life in the business. That
But it's
we
a
do.
win-win situation.
Yeah.
It's a very good aspiration that you have.
So we will have cottages up there.
Yeah.
We will have factories, and we'll have all these people in one place. You know, what I've understood that millionaires do best, they master boredom.
Yeah.
What they do is not cozy, is not viral, is not nice, it is not sexy, but they make it sexy because they repeat it over and over again. You get? So how many times I repeat it gets me where I want
Where
to
you
be.
want to be.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a bridge. Hey, you walk on a bridge and cross over to the how do you call it? Is it orchard? Where Oluzungu lutabuse.
Orchard.
where you have a lot of
fruits,
fruits and
yeah.
what you get.
Yes.
So you cross and eat the grapes.
And that will be an activity of its own.
Exactly.
Fruit picking.
So you come and pick a fruit and you eat it. Very organic, very fresh, and life moves on. Wow. So where you see the house, I think that's where you park.
Yes.
That's where the cottages are.
Obey. That's the plan.
And all here we are walking on water now.
Yeah.
So for you, you're seeing land. Me, I'm seeing
you're
water.
seeing your lake.
Yeah, I'm seeing the lake here. The Kayanja Kakawaka is going to be here. 20 feet deep. Hey, you fall there and
that's it.
And your ancestors welcome you with both hands. Yeah, so that is what I want to do. And this place alone, what you can see now, without talking about the other acres, maybe 50 acres, can take care of 7,000 goats.
Oh.
With that kind of system. So imagine if I have 7,000 goats in one place, how many tourists would I attract? I have a goat called Ramaphosa. So I'll start getting experts to talk about those goats. You know, Ramaphosa was born when it was raining, and you know, it was born under a tree, and after being born, then it grew very fast in 6 months. Then it weighed 35 only in 6 months. This Ramaphosa is very exceptional, and we are talking about a goat.
And we'll applaud. I will give you our money.
You give me $100 for explaining. I went to Nelson Mandela's house, and they showed me, this is where the bullet hit. This is where, these are the shoes he used to put on.
And you paid.
You paid. I paid $300.
So how about they pay for the goats?
Exactly. And these goats are alive. They are not dead. So I'm going to have experts. We separate them. We start talking about the different types of goats.
Yes.
Which one was our oldest goat? How did we get there? Tourism agenda kuwata.
Well, yes, you're gonna kill 7 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. And that is the way to go. That is the way to go. You see, Sudil knows he's in hospitality, and he uses flowers a lot, and so he has a floriculture business.
Yeah.
You get. So I am doing goat farming. I need water, but why would I just use water for goats? Why don't I get money from water?
Exactly.
In a different option.
You get your own water.
I grow pasture.
Make money of it.
Exactly. I grow pasture, but also get money from the flowers. You see, this is goat's pasture. But how do I harvest the nectar in here so that I get money from these flowers? Because when the goats eat these flowers, I don't get anything. So how about I first harvest the nectar, then after harvesting the nectar, the goats can eat. That is extra profit.
Of course.
That is why we have the bee business.
That's why I saw the beehive when I came in.
Yeah, and that is free money, no accountability.
Obed does not shy away from glorifying the Almighty as the force behind his success. He expressed his gratitude to God, not just in words, but through action, recalling the commitment he made and achieved. And indeed, he has quite a list of accomplishments to share.
The biggest achievement, I will always be grateful until I break the same record. was when I sold 30,000 heads of goats in a day. I will not forget that. It was a circuit breaker. It was a world tournament won. I don't know. It was something very great. It took me about a month to explain where I got that money from. They had to ask questions. Are you not how they go, money laundering? Are you not in? Don't you want to overthrow the government? Are you not planning with the terrorists? Oh. No, my friend. This is the person that has paid me, and these are the goats I'm delivering. The order came in 60,000 heads of goats, and they only wanted in 2 bunches, 30,000, 30,000. And they loaded that money once for 30,000 heads of goats. Each goat at 650. I lost my feelings for like 2 days. I was not feeling myself. I would touch on the legs, they are no more. I touch on my head. So that was the biggest. And of course, the other one was when the Minister of Agriculture in Tanzania visited us. I think they saw some posts on what we are doing and they followed us. They visited us and asked us to go to Tanzania. Imagine, a whole nation, they call it Ministry ya Chirimu. The whole nation inviting a Mufuna Mpola to go and do the same model in their country. Yeah. Of course, we have met the president, and we are not talking about politics. Yes, they got the president of the Republic of Uganda in the State House. Mufuna Mpola invited to State House to talk about goat economy. Wow, that was also hilarious. And the other thing was when we donated 20,000 heads of goats to Bafuna Mpola in Uganda, in the different districts. That was also we donated this last year, 2024. In this and early this year, we donated 20,000 heads of goats to Bafuna Mpola. They would form groups. We go teach them, give them 5 goats each group. We had made an agreement with God that when we clock 100,000 goats, we will give out back to the community 20,000. And when we hit 100, we had to do it. So that was also very appetizing and very interesting for myself and YPA at large. Of course, it went along with supporting 1,017 children, fully sponsored by YPA. In the different levels of education, primary, secondary, 1,017. It would have not been able or possible if it wasn't for the goats. I think the other was what happened this year on 8th May. Ho, mwana gwe, twasanikira kololo. Subhana wa ta'ala. Aya mama nyabu. Atalia mama nyabu. We did not have Bobby Wine. We did not have Chameleon. We did not have Bebe Cool. Not even Paraso. Onowageto wa mitani. Chimenke. Alien Skin was not there. Who was there? Goat farmers. Mufuna Mpola. 37,000 people. All in one place, attending the mighty YPA annual general meeting. I've had several annual general meetings where I've had 10,000, 7,000. But this time, it really amazed me. So it was really good for us. There are lots of things. If I talk about them, I think I will not stop. But there are lots of things from Being last year alone, I went to 24 countries teaching goat farming. 24 from January to December. Right now, this month, I've been to 8 countries this year. So I think there is a lot of opportunity in the farming world, and we are really grateful. So the achievements here are really, really, really too much.
Tonight on Farming Opportunities. If you are already rearing goats or planning to join the growing community of goat farmers, then hoof health is a front page issue you must take very seriously. These animals may be hardy and resourceful, but when their feet take a hit, the whole farm feels it. One of the most common and costly culprits is a painful and contagious condition known as foot rot. Foot rot is caused by Fusobacterium microphorum, a bacterium that thrives in wet, muddy, or poorly managed environments. It sneaks into soft, damaged tissue in the hoof, and before long, you've got a limping goat and a serious problem on your hands. So what opens the door for foot rot to walk in? Well, a soggy, dirty ground is foot rot's favorite playground. Hooves left untrimmed or injured are easy access. Overcrowded pens with poor hygiene are the perfect storm, and introducing infected goats to a clean herd with no quarantine is like lighting a match near dry grass. Spotting foot rot early is everything, so watch out for sudden lameness, foul-smelling greyish discharge oozing from the hoof, redness, swelling or heat in the hoof area. In worst cases, the hoof wool starts to separate, and that's extremely serious. How does one treat it, you ask? Well, start with trimming. Remove all dead and rotting hoof material. Use foot baths several times a week. Zinc sulfate or copper sulfate will do. Spray topical antibiotics on the hoof. Oxytetracycline or iodine will do the trick. For advanced cases, go systemic. Penicillin from Bukola Vet Pharmacy has proven effective. Most importantly, isolate the infected goats to protect the rest. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. So, trim regularly, keep your pens dry and clean, quarantine newcomers for 2 to 4 weeks, run a foot bath for new arrivals, and if a goat doesn't recover despite repeated treatment, consider culling for the sake of the flock. Also, always consider expert advice. So for genuine veterinary products and advice, visit Bukola Vet Pharmacy, where animal health is a priority.
That's all we had for you today. Tune in again next week. We are still on this farm. Do not forget to keep those comments coming in. Hashtag NTV Seeds of Gold. Bear in mind that you can scan the QR code on your TV and then you can join the conversation. You can tell us what you want to see next time or what you think of what today's episode was about. Do not forget to download the Your TV app and watch us live everywhere and everywhere you go. Thank you for watching.